could be a setup here.
Okay.
There is still flex potential. Obviously, this
Poppy
Poppy can go
topside
towards the
into
top
Gragas.
lane.
Top.
Are we gonna get Kenyon?
Oh!
Canyon said!
There's the polar bear. He's not phased. We are though.
He's on phase. Of course we would be phased.
Doran beats Zeus. Myth started this. T1.
Chovy. Good damage, immediate flash out from Chovy, but a nice advantage to start. Charm to follow. Handshake back, and they go. Massive damage on the carry, and they get the kill. It's first blood for Ruler. Bot lane is doing. Chovy the one giving up more and more, and Duro and Canyon trying to make up for it. Nice handshake. Faker's here in a good position. Decent damage going through. Follow up Shockwave only connecting onto one, and that's gonna be big because it's Canyon to the backline trying to finish off Faker. Flash through! Ruler gets the job done. That's the initial ulti out. Bailout is there as well. Owner flashing to save Teal, managed to survive. Ruler in the back line. Ruler shielded up and finding the kills. Gen.G. Canyon might be looking mid lane. Ulti over the wall. That's gonna be the death mark. Faker trying to get tricky, trying to get his way out, but Canyon hits everything. Ulti follow. Trying to get something back onto Chovy. Owner still going forward. Doran on the way in. They're desperate to kill Chovy, but Chovy still manages to live for an extra moment. Bomba gets the job done. And T1 fire back.
Good counterpunch, but look at the top side.
Yeah, Kalista is going to get free push onto this turret. Both Ruler...
Want to try and not give Gen.G opportunity to just keep stacking these Drakes, but see if they can turn onto Keen.
Looking to find the angle onto Keen, hoping to find the knockback. Hits two members. An opportunity for Gen.G to go crazy, and Chovy immediately also get things kicked off. Dashing in. Shockwave hits two. Bomba back into the lineup. But Duro with the beautiful ultimate buys a few extra seconds. Ready now to go in. His owner pops the ulti. Darkness on the side of Gen.G. They know they... T1 happy to tie up the Drakes. An excellent fight in their favor.
And that's a massive punch in first. So if it is really, really close, it's going to be heavily dependent on bursting down those key targets.
Canyon seems to be the key target for now. Ulting to try to get away, but the Fear Tether still connects.
Such a good punish there because
they're also going to be able to reset this map with Gragas already kind of pushing into the RA and Faker going up to cover that topside wave.
Of the river, and particularly with an Ocean Rift, trying to regain control when you lost it as the Gen.G comp is very, very tough. Lot of really good flank angles for this Gragas, and that's now the second Drake going over to T1, and
Faker stone cold, just keeps walking.
And the rest of T1 also not phased. Doran is just pushing in topside, will be getting access. Carry and Faker already making their way over, and T1 kind of doing to Gen.G what Gen.G did to them in game number 3, just slowly choking them out of the game.
Perhaps baiting the trap. T1 don't have perfect information. The ward doesn't spot far enough. Now Doran will see what's happening. Chovy waiting over the wall. Flash in from the Gragas, getting things ticked off. For now, Ruler on touch on the backside. Canyon already out of the fight. And keep your eyes on Ruler as he starts to run rampant. Throws Duro back into the mix of the entire exchange. Ruler ready to take over, but the knockback is huge! Ruler goes down, buys a couple extra seconds. They need to finish off Doran so he can live, and then manage to make it work. Gen.G holding on. 2 stacks up for Chovy. Retreat going in. Big damage from Guma as the big one finds its target. Keen off on the side, gets feared up, locked up. Owner finding the kill. The charm onto Faker is big, but it's not enough damage to finish the...
Chovy still can't find what he's looking for.
And Faker is going to be able to clean up this bot tier 1.
Ready to kick things off. That little ward, that sliver of health might be the difference. Canyon waiting over the wall. Duro needs a good ulti here. Shockwave into the midst of the team is a decent start to the fight. Duro managing to get the ult out. It's chaos in the pit. The shutdown onto Owner is crucial. AK on the Baron and it's dropping. T1 want to keep this fight going. They don't want to risk the 50-50. They shouldn't have to. 5K, eyes on the prize for Gen.G. It's a split call. Chovy starts to dive into the backline. 2K on the objective. Doran in the midst of everything. He can't get it done. In the end, the Baron goes to the side of Gen.G. They found their moment and they took it.
That looked so dicey for Gen.G. Initially, they're able to get Owner out, damage him enough that they could stay on that Baron. On it, Faker is going to be able to clear up this tier 1 in mid, but they're already TPing.
Shockwave there as well. Flash ability for Owner if he wants to go over the wall, but 50-50 doesn't seem a likely story with Kalista in the game. Instead, Gen.G take down the Drake. Get themselves to 2. T1 still at soul point, but they'll also knock down the mid lane tower, and this is where the Red Bull Baron expect to see, finding a way back, finding these fights, and it was little missteps that ended up costing them that game.
It's actually very beefy. Serpent's Fang for Canyon. Look at Chovy now also having his arm guard available. A flanking ward to come through here. Chovy behind him.
Chovy ready to go, looking for Faker. He goes golden, instantaneous reaction speed. Keen now going to look for some form of disengage. The Poppy on the front lines. Excellent ulti coming in from Duro, but it doesn't do too much. Chovy ready to go over the wall one more time, but he's warded out this time. T1 are ready. Ulti for ulti, tried to flash it, Doran wants to make the difference, but it doesn't quite connect, and instantaneously Canyon goes in, finds the follow-up damage. Chovy taking down Doran. T1 on the retreat. Gen.G still standing strong. Only Doran. No ulti, no flash.
Oh,
seems
no,
like they're just not worried.
Fast enough.
Baron also not afraid to frontline, knows.
Mirroring vision.
Chovy's gonna show on this top wave.
Shirelia's popped. Chovy showing. Barrel sidestep. Keen goes in. Now Ruler's uncontested. Look at the damage coming out of this Kalista already. Owner forced to ultimate. Canyon on the way out, but he goes right back, and he brings him in. The combo only connects on one. Chovy on the side. Eyes on the Yari, but he's not able to find anything. One more dash, all that's left. Doran getting lower. Gumayushi still standing strong. Gen.G. Redemption bringing them back healthy. T1 hurt, but not out of it.
Gonna go.
Close.
No one has died. Doran can TP in fresh.
Chovy the last dash out. Shockwave gone, ulti's gone across the board, the Poppy ult. Keen, eyes on him, can he make the difference? 5K, objective getting lower. Ulti there, spell shield there, and can't get into the pit, they cannot find it. Keen continuing to walk up, Canyon secures it with the smite. Ruler knocked back for a moment, and down goes Doran.
T1 still looking.
Baker does not want to give them the chance to back, to reset.
Combo's almost available again.
Wants to keep the fight going. Gen.G, Ruler wants to push the wave on the side.
Canyon.
T1, if they bet wrong here with the wave already pushing, it could cost them the game.
Now vision.
Canyon threatening.
Ooh.
Shadows out.
Oof.
Now the ulti. But they take their time, they're waiting on the retreat. They saw the W used, they're gonna force the flash as well. Keen continues to go in. Big damage, Shockwave back, Keen! Over eager and shut down! T1 playing on the edge.
Is that this is most likely going to lead into them getting prio on this dragon. They're
does not want to let anyone in from the side of T1, but the combo from the Nocturne Orianna will always be lethal. Ruler starting the objective. It won't be a 50-50 on the smite. It's going to take a miracle. Ocean, Drake, Ocean Soul secured, and now Chovy goes in. They manage to get the Zhonya's out immediately, and Owner's going to try to fire it back, but he can't get anything else done. Canyon posturing on the side, and T1 uncertain of where they can go, but Doran sees the angle clearly. Deathmark in. Shockwave! Flawlessly timed as Guma now gets the shutdown. Keen looking for the disengage. Ruler untouched as he starts to take over. Doran forced backwards by the hostile takeover. The pullback and the handshake is good, and Chovy now in trouble, but it does not matter. Guma going in, quick cleanse. Chovy going golden. Doro not in a great spot to follow up, and it's Ruler. It's Ruler versus the world, but T1 are not going to give him the angle. They group up. They stand strong. Doran going in. Doran not able to find it. It's Soul for the side of Gen.G, but T1 for now ahead in kills. They found 2. If they keep this fight going, they can put the pressure on. They can try to close it.
the health bars though. The healing from this Ocean Soul is so big.
TP back in.
TP in though.
Faker on the way. Keen needs to find a way out. Fear there. Knock back onto Keen. Right into the midst of the team, and now Doro and Ruler have to make all the difference, but Honor finds the reset. He's into the back line. It's him versus Ruler, but Ruler just takes it. They have to keep him running. They have to take him out of the equation. T1 should just finish it here. He's gliding. Flash. Pierce. He just continues to walk away. Marshall Poise trying to style on them, but the GA denied. Taken away. He'll find no value, and it is T1 find their man.
Look at the death timers. 60 seconds on Ruler. Keen still down as well. FT1 done the impossible.
Canyon. Vancouver
trying to clear the
alive.
wave.
Oh my gosh.
Vancouver hungry for more from
Chovy's
T1
up as well.
for game 5.
They just got to clear.
They have to keep pushing. The Ocean Soul will remain for Gen.G as long as they stay in this game. T1 a brief glimmer, a brief moment to take it. Both top laners so crucial to their team's success, even if their scoreline not spectacular. The Poppy ult, the Gragas ult, the tools to kick things off. The Charm, though, might make the difference. He's been caught out. Owner missed the entire team trying to ult out the safety. Faker knocked entirely out of the fight. Canyon wants to follow, but Doran is there with the body slam to deny him access.
Disengage is there. Chovy rather keeps looking for these plays, but now Prio on Baron for Gen.G, and the ultimate for Owner is gone.
Shockwave.
Yeah, that's huge. Shockwave is
from
still
Faker
up.
can be big. Taking his time, waiting for the angle as Gen.G just descend on the objective. They know they have the advantage if it comes down to it. Contempt for the weak, the passive for the Zed. The E from the Kalista should finish it. Getting set is Keen picked off. Eyes on Faker again with the Shockwave. Gen.G desperate to burst through the objective. 6K, lower and lower. It should be impossible for Owner, but he might be able to make it happen. No, Gen.G get it, and Ruler's running rampant. Or they can't get to the backside. Ruler untouched. Double kill for T1. Objective down in Gen.G's favor, but again,
Doran.
the cost is too high. Guma stands tall, Doran on the chase. Chovy golden, but headed to silver, and it's the Quadra.
A quadra kill for Gumayushi. This Corgi is massive. The hero of this is Doran. This Gragas has been instrumental in these T1 fights. He showed up in playoffs to get them here. He's showing up massively again in this game.
T1 will not be denied a game 5. Once more into the fray we go again.